Welcome to Dungeons and Dragons. Today we come to reunite with our adventurers who have played in a campaign in the world of Nubenia. They have gone through quite an adventure, solving some riddles and puzzles, and eventually encountered a dragon that was hoarding some of the town's gold and creating minions and forces to uh, get its advantage. However, these adventurers came and stumbled across the path, helped the towns, saved the day, and made peace with the dragon, potentially gaining an ally. However, distance based on its imminent threat. The townsfolk rejoiced and reunited with the adventurers when they arrived and proclaimed the safety of the fiefdom, and is here where we return back to the town of Nubenia.
Yay, finally.
Shade is amongst some of his old compatriots, and you find a few others come by that are wielding brash weapons and seem to be formidable. And to look about you, there is a barbarian as well as an uncanny looking elf. You guys see each other.
I can't. Do you want? Should I? Uh, is this in the mind or is this the screen share?
There's so right now you're visualizing that you're in the town square,
Mm-hmm.
and everyone's celebrating with plenty of drinks and ales that are spreading around thanks to some of the you've also stopped that swarm of I think there was slimes or rats or whatever that was in the basement of that cellar. So the production of the brewing company has come up to full steam, and now there's travelers about and trade his.
Give him a coin.
Okay, so Shade, you see, so Borges and Beetlejuice are over on the
Give
side.
Give him like 10 coins. Look at them. Say welcome.
Well, thank you, good sir. You've done a fantastic job. I appreciate your tip. Here, have a ale on the house. Okay, the bartender moves away, or the host moves away, and you see these two formidable adventurers, or they seem to be adventurers, kind of moving up to you. What do you guys want to do?
Put a dagger in my boot. It's basically,
Man.
you want
Yeah,
get my
dagger.
brain
Hide the dagger just in case. If I
Alright.
need to, I can just, stab them. Okay, let's go talk to them.
All right, as Shade approaches, you see this barbarian in this mesh armor. Looks fierce. He's got this kind of scar across his face, rugged, tough look, and he grimaces at you. Ruff, go ahead. That you're the barbarian.
Hello.
That felt really
What brings you
rough
here?
and tough, huh?
Well, I would say I'm a poor acolyte traveling with this barbarian with few words. We have not eaten for a few days, so how about you show us some mercy with some food with your newfound wealth?
I see you guys are experienced adventurers. How come you don't get your own money?
Well, we're asking you politely, so how about you share? And maybe we'll decide to join your party and work for you.
I have a free ale from earlier. I'll give that to you. But that's it.
All right, as you're seeing this conversation go along, for some reason, one of the guards kind of pulls away Borgic and Beetlejuice, and they're no longer in the tavern. Um, you're not that concerned, considering that your party members are well off by themselves, and you've taken off most of the threats, including the bandits. However, you are.
Can I go visit the bandits one of these days?
That's right, you could. However,
Okay,
amongst
sorry,
the
keep going
three of
now.
you, there comes a large crashing at the door. And you see this kind of merchant in well-decorated shawls. He looks a little bit frantic, and he's looking around. Did you see that big thing out there? That monstrosity! It's who owns it? He's looking around, yelling
What
at
is
the top of
it?
his lungs.
We do.
Can I go outside?
Yeah. All right. As
Eldritch
you kind of gingerly move across and exit the front door, you see that he follows your footsteps as the three of you look. Before you, you see the magnificent demon grinder which you've recovered before, and that machine is sitting idly next to the. It's just parked casually, but it is quite a sight. There's a whole bunch of people looking around, and taking in the sight of such a large contraption. And it looks like this, where it's got significant amount of armor and it has a wrecking ball and amongst other harpoons weapons.
For 5:30.
And
Okay.
yep,
Okay.
there is the demon grinder stands before you, and the merchant with the fine shawls looks at you. You tell me you know who owns
Mom.
this vehicle. This is what a sight to see.
Don't touch my car.
It's yours. Please, allow me to
Don't
introduce.
touch our car.
Yeah, no one's really touching around. They're just kind of looking at it, and
Or your head's coming off.
please, I don't mean any offense. May I introduce myself? I am Victor Stavus, and I am a traveling merchant. Have you heard of the Majestic Crown Circuit?
That's not.
You haven't. Such a fine vehicle would be perfect for entering the race, and perhaps you could win the grand prize and seek some royal noteworthy valor. Surely you know what a gova is.
I'm guessing it's a race or a car.
Oh, this fine vehicle. Govas are giantly oversized vehicular automovers, and obviously it's giantly oversized, and it seems like it's quite able to withstand a fight, give or take. But yeah, I think you should join into the Majestic Crown Circuit, and who knows?
Should we?
Well, first of all, if you're a merchant, what do you have to sell?
Well, if you're interested in some wares, I can help you out with that, but let me be your sponsor for this circuit. I would love to see your Gova enter the race.
And can my team speak in private?
You want to speak to him in private?
No, to speak with everyone in private. Like not him, but
Oh yeah,
our
of course.
team.
Yeah, you just move away. Go ahead.
So what do you think we want to enter the race, because our demon grinder could get majorly injured? As much as the money you get, like you become more famous than we already are in the game. I'm not 100% sure if we want to risk the demon grinder for this.
Well, what's required to get it fixed up, just so he can enter the race?
Thousands of gold pieces?
No, probably just a few hundred.
Yeah. Well, what is?
And we're famous in this village. I'm pretty sure they'll fix it up for a little price for what we
Yeah,
did.
but what is the prize?
What is the price? That's all we want to ask the merchant. What is the price?
I would say figure out what the price is and
Figure out what the price
the
is.
cost
and
of
figure
getting
out
the
what the
demon
price is.
grinder up and
See if it's
working.
worth to risk it and see
It's
how
only a
much
small
gain you
fraction,
get.
then we will just get it up and going. You don't have to worry about all the other functions.
But let's ask him. What is the price?
Okay. So you go move back, and
Mhm.
you see him talking with a few other people. They seem to be getting excited based on the things he's saying. And then he turns to you. Oh, you're back. So have you decided?
What is the price for the race?
Are you kidding? You don't even know about this grand, majestic race? Please. He pulls out one of the parchments in his pocket and he unscrolls it. And you see there's this large banner that even has some like gold wreaths around it. It looks very elaborate, and you can see this kingdom of Rorennheim is a lot more established of a city. It has a port and constant trade flow, and there's a lot of wealth in the city. This major race happens every 3 years, and the top contenders in the kingdoms throughout all gather here to race their govas, which are these giant vehicles. And then, so it does. Well, they don't know all the details, but then at the very bottom, your eyes kind of illuminate and glow as you see grand prize is 100,000 gold pieces.
Mm,
Maybe.
Hey,
I'm
Ruff.
gonna go. I'm gonna like. Can I go to the blacksmith? I'm gonna go to the black. Not yet. Not yet. I'm gonna go to the blacksmith to
Young
see.
kids do it, and
Like,
we'll
I'm gonna
take
leave the
it.
merchant, so the merchant can't hear.
I'll try-
I'm gonna go talk with.
Hey,
my
where are you
team.
going? What's wrong? What?
I'll come back, and then I'm gonna go ask the blacksmith for a certain edition. And Ian,
Bye.
what is Ian's name again in DnD? I think I
Ruff.
switched it.
You
What's
didn't
your-
ask him yet,
what's your
actually.
character
So remember, he's a new character. So yeah, if you're looking for a Beetlejuice or Borgian, you can't find them anywhere.
Exactly. So basically, my idea is to armorize the.
You're talking to the barbarian and the elf?
I mean, not the my team. Oh, Ruff.
Okay.
Basically, and hacking the. Basically, I think we want to add some armor adjustments to the demon grinder, and then
That's gonna make
I'm
it
gonna
heavier.
buy an artillery.
You don't need an artillery for a race.
No, so I can shoot the tires and shoot the bolts off the other team's cars.
Is that allowed?
Merchant,
need
is
to go
that?
back
I'm
and
gonna go
ask
ask the
Merchant
merchant.
what kind of
Is this
race.
allowed?
Okay, so you're going back and forward? I'm confused.
Can you shoot the tires off another team's vehicle?
You really don't know anything about this race, do you? Come on. Let's pack your things. We've got quite a trek, and I'll explain on the way north.
Hold on, we gotta fix our car first. dude.
Yeah, let's go fix it. Oh, okay. I'm gonna go to the blacksmith and see what I can do for some new
At least
armor
get it
adjustments.
moving so that
For some new armor adjustments.
Okay,
How much will that? Oh, I'm a haggle with the guy.
so the three of you are moving to the Clink and Clank then?
Yep, clink and clank.
Okay. I'm surprised I still remember that name. All right. As you move over, I forgot the blacksmith's name, but that's okay. You find a dwarf figure that you've seen before, and he looks up to you, give you a little smirk. Ah, you've come back. I heard you did a fine job defending the town. What can I do you for?
I want
The
you
demon
to
grinder.
upgrade the demon grinder for a good price.
Is this some kind of a powerful blade? I'd be happy to do so. Take it off your hands
It's
and
a vehicle. A
what?
weaponized vehicle.
The demon grinder.
A weaponized vehicle. I want you to create some
As
armor plates for
his
it.
short stature can't really see past you guys. He stumbles over a little bit, and he looks up at this huge vehicle. What? That thing? What do we want me to do with that?
Add a few armor plates.
Long story short, the blacksmith is not able to help you with this. He is only capable of forging personnel weapons and armors.
Fine. Anyways, I'll just ask him if he can make.
And you
Let's
find
see.
yourselves kind of puzzled. It seems like as you travel across the town asking people to help you with this vehicle, no one has expertise.
I was gonna ask the blacksmith if he can upgrade my great axe.
that's gonna do the demon grinder.
Yeah, what kind of a great axe is it?
Just a normal one.
Okay, then
There's
typically
Twilight.
+1 weapons cost 1,000 gold pieces, but you are kind of new to the party, so I'll give you 800 to upgrade it to a +1.
Okay.
Okay, so 800 gold pieces. Now
You should make a young friend.
Can I change?
it's a +1 great axe that is magical.
Can I ask the guy to upgrade my short sword to level 2 enchantment?
Level 2 enchantment's even more expensive, I believe.
I'm a hero. People give me discounts, and I will haggle if I need to.
Okay, go ahead and make the first check of the day. Go ahead and make a diplomacy check
Diplomacy.
or persuasion.
No persuasion. Please, 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 please. Okay, roll. And I got. Oh god, only a 15. Only a 15.
15's pretty good.
Oh, no.
Yeah, the merchant or the blacksmith does see the value that you've done in serving the city or the town rather, and you come to the deal of being 1,500 gold pieces to make it a +2 weapon, which is a
That's
great
reason.
is a
Or
good
should
steal.
I upgrade something else?
Up to you.
I do have a crossbow that is very, very helpful. Actually, I'll just upgrade the crossbow,
Okay, is
which
that a
is not
+1?
enchanted yet.
Okay, so since it's not, then to make it a +1, it normally costs 1,000, but because you are the hero of the town, you'll get it for 500.
500. Oh, that's a good deal.
Yeah, half
So,
off.
Crossbow light add. Crossbow.
Okay, great. So, how do you get a +1 axe? So, if you go to your D&D Beyond page, you should be able to just search for Great Axe under the items, and then I think there should be a +1 option. So it's under the equipment page. Equipment, search, Great Axe. Axe. Oh, you have to go manage equipment first, and then go to filter for. There you go. Great axe, and it's right there.
And I have a new weapon. That's called sniper.
Are we good for the great axe +1? Thumbs up?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, good. Okay. So you spend a good amount of time, probably an hour or so, for the blacksmith to work on your weapons. And then amongst that, you're trying to find people that are able to service your vehicle, but there's no knowledge to do so. First of all, it's a demonic vehicle, and second of all, it's bigger than anything that people have really seen in this town. And that's why they're all bewildered to see this, except
Let's
for
go
the merchant.
visit some.
The
Let's
merchant's
go
the
to
only
the
one.
new town. And if they don't have it, I might visit some old friends from previous season to see if they can upgrade it.
Okay, great.
Even though I did kill a bunch of their people.
All right, you
Yeah.
join the merchant and making your journey out of Nubenia. And after some small talk, you come across a road that let's see, let's bring you to the road. Moving away from Nubenia, you travel along the path that moves. Oh, are we sharing that screen? Yeah, I think we are. Yep, good. Through a small forest, as you may recall, past the mines, further north, deep into the woods, and then there's a clearing that comes to you. And there's this large factory in the distance.
Yay, the map.
It seems very cluttered with lots of jagged rocks and whatnot. And if you pan over to your vision to the right, you see there's a huge populated kind of village with very condensed living environments, and it looks not that well off, but not in extreme poverty. And then beyond that, your gaze with the factory and the smoke, your gaze sets aside to see this majestic wall, as well as kind of a bridge that brings that over this moat or water structure that's before you. And your demon grinder is at the edge of the town. Gentlemen, welcome to Rorennheim. I think you might want to get your vehicle fixed up, so I do recommend that we go to the industry sector, the scrapyard, that is. It's over on the left, and hopefully we can find somebody to help you out. Although
Okay, let's go.
if you're
Okay,
tired,
let's hope the thing doesn't get scrapped.
Now I'm gonna see if I can buy a gun. Well, I want like a little lead, something that I can use to shoot off tires and hurt people. Will hurt bad things.
Okay. As you make your way into the town, you see there's lots of debris about and miscellaneous parts, shredded wheels, large things that looks like there's been a lot of vehicles that may have entered previous races, and there might be even scraps of those left behind. Very unusual objects, and if you can give me I think a history check, you might be able to determine some stuff. Yeah,
A
history.
history check. Let's see what my history is.
Yeah, all of you can go roll for history.
I honestly think my history won't be that
17.
good.
I have 18. Oh, 21.
All right. Ooh, wow.
Okay, let's see what I've got. I got a 20, which is 18 plus 2.
Oh, all of you are pretty good. Okay, great. So then, oh, right, Mr. All right. So Shade, you have encountered some with the bandits and all this other riffraff that you've been through. You do see that there's some components that could prove useful. Might need some fine tuning. Mr. Nyrdi, as you look about, you have acquainted taste for certain types of contraptions, and this vehicle poses as a challenge, and you think that you might find some materials that would prove useful. As well as Ruff Eldritch, you're looking around, and amongst the battle waste, there seems to be some kind of metals that you can probably gather together and scrap it to bolster up the armor of your vehicle. So the three of you amongst each other, as you're passing through, able to acquire probably, I'm not going to say weight, maybe we'll say 5 units worth of metal scrap. I'll just write that down. Okay. Great.
It's not bad.
Yeah, in a short amount of time, that was a good find. You found some quality metal that was laying about. Amongst your findings, you find someone with kind of brown leathers, somewhat damaged. You see rips in their clothes, and is frantically working on something in that scrapyard. And yeah, your gaze meets, surprisingly enough, a lady that's working on something in that scrap heap, and she seems to be kind of ignoring some of the past, some people nearby. They're almost like scoffing at her or name calling. Okay. Do you want to do anything about this?
Let's go ask her if we can, if she can help us fix the grinder.
Okay. So you're leaving the grinder behind you and walking up, or are you just going to roll up?
Roll it up.
All right.
The more intimidating, the more people are gonna give you a less price because they're scared that you might hurt them if they overprice you.
Okay. As you roll up your vehicle, the shadow of the vehicle overcomes her, and she looks up. Well, this is lovely. Uh, as the other naysayers are saying, "You're never gonna win a race, Ren. You're just a waste of time. You're a wreck."
I'm guessing, are you entering the race?
Looks up. Okay, so that is Shade that's kind of come down and approached her.
Are you entering the race?
Hello, no, long story short, I'm a mechanic. I work on vehicles and I've always had a passion to win the race for my team, and I haven't had luck favor on my side recently.
Do you know how to fix our vehicle?
She looks at it.
We can let you join.
Really, I would love to. That's that's very generous of you.
But
Yes,
are you good?
Yes, I'm the finest. Of course, you can trust my skills. I have never won a race, but that's going to happen now. Yes, with your fantastic Gova, I have full confidence and I'm excited. Yes, can we start right away?
Give me a sec. I will test you. Let's see.
Okay, and the other two, what do you guys want to do?
I'll stand next to it to make sure nobody steals it.
Yeah,
I'm going to.
there's a couple of guys that are standing in the distance. They're looking at you. You can see.
Okay, so the test is sleight of hand. See how good you are with not exactly fixing stuff, but using stuff. So I will place a dagger right here, and you have to use one of my daggers to throw one of my daggers and hit the other dagger down. That will show how if you're good with using tools and items.
She looks at your daggers. I'm. You might be mistaken. I'm not a fighter of any type, and I can deal with blades, but those blades should be mounted on the harpoons. You can see your angle is actually offset. You're going to have the calibration need to be shifted over about 3 degrees to get a more accurate precision. Otherwise, your harpoons are going to be so wild. I can see that already. So, does that make sense to you?
Yes. Okay.
She seems pretty convincing. There you go. You can make an insight check if you want.
Insight check. Let's do that.
Okay.
Insight.
All right.
Oh, wow. Like, what? It was only like a 5-second roll. Like I rolled and it stopped. I got a 20.
Nice. Natural
20. 20 straight, 21 with the plus.
Okay. Yeah. She seems a little intimidated. You can sense there's some trepidation about, really delivering, but she's very excited and she seems to have some kind of aptitude for fixing vehicles, and that's probably what you need right now. All right.
Okay,
as we move over to.
But eventually, if she really wants to join our team, she may have to learn how to fight. If she wants to join, like even after the race when we go take on monsters.
That's up to you guys. You have to train her. Okay. She's starting her greetings and pleasantries to introduce themselves when abruptly, so Mr. Nyrdi and Ruff are approached by a small band of kind of bandits slash thugs. You can see one of them has really short-cut, ripped up tunic, large bulging muscles, and a green toned flesh, and a big.
I'm gonna go hide really quickly.
Yeah, you guys. So you two are somewhere else in front of the vehicle, and
I'm just gonna go hide because I can throw a dagger with a stealth check.
It's
dagger hitting my boot, which I can throw with another stealth because they don't know about it.
Okay,
so I get double stealth check if they try to pass.
So I'm going to say, Shade, you're a little bit preoccupied with this person that you're introducing and doing the sword thing and all that. So while that's happening, these three these three tough, for better or not,
People,
yeah, menacing
thugs.
foes looks and approaches the scrawny-looking elf and a barbarian that could be formidable. The large green orc guy looks at you, gives you a scowl, looks at the vehicle. And it's actually the person behind him, um, kind of a thin, shapely, wearing black shawls, looks up. What are you new guys in town? You gonna enter this piece of trash into the race? You got no chance.
Well, doesn't matter.
Why don't you turn around and leave before we really leave you in the dust?
Why don't I chop your head off?
Oh, no. It sounds like you guys have another car in the race too.
Good. Smart.
You guys have
Very
another
smart.
car in the
Take
race?
What if we broke your car
advantage
down?
of your opponents.
You see the orc actually gives a audible, loud chuckle. Fledglings. Let's go. I've seen enough.
Kill them before I'm guessing if they're in the race, just kill them. They don't need to enter the race anymore.
I would like to see their car.
Yeah, good idea.
Okay. As Mr. Nyrdi calls that out, it's actually the other person that stands over. She reveals kind of a flash of her shortcut bob blonde hair, and she looks at you very sternly. Maybe after you lose, then we'll give you a shot to clean up the dirt behind our tracks. If you really want to see what the mighty Roram Tordum's clan delivers, then we'll see you at the race qualifier.
What do you say your name is again? What is the name of your clan?
The orc shouts out, I'm Rordum!
The Rorennheim?
His name is Rudum, but
More like boredom.
But what is the name of the team?
Yes. Use the name and not smack talk about it.
okay.
Initiated.
Yeah, so that's fine, I'll give it to you. So his name is Rudum, and she said if the Rudum Tordun clan. So it sounds like he just made a name for his own group. And yeah, you don't know what that means right now, but you could probably ask around and find out more information.
Sounds like time to hit the bar.
Okay.
Jay, can you buy us another round of drinks and food as we go and gather some information?
It's the thin-figured character that spits in the dirt right before you, and as they walk off.
How disgusting!
Yep.
Can I shoot them in the back?
Who is saying
No,
that?
don't cause problems right now. We're new in town.
They look pretty fierce, actually. Considering that they're that they're talking about the race, they look like really fighters and warriors of a sense. Maybe the thin one might be more quick than you perceive, and obviously Rudum looks very tough and bulky and muscular. So a fight could work out for you, or it may not. It's up to you, though. As Ruff pulls out his crossbow, getting ready to go.
No. Well, we have to kill the thin one first so that she can't spin
It's
around and like.
Mr. Nyrdi that stops him. It says otherwise.
Be smart, big dummy.
Okay. Then after that whole incident, you're met back with Shade, who is accompanied by this raven-haired
Ren. That's
Yep.
her name.
lady named that goes by Ren. So this is your crew, yes? May I introduce myself? I'm Alika Ren, and I'm a service engineer, top class, ready to work on your Gova. It's very exciting. You're going to need a lot of work, by the way. Do you have some funds?
We have to pay you to do this, or do you just do it?
Well, that's really up to you if we can organize a contract. But let me start by showing you some of the things that need to be done with this vehicle, and then we can decide where to go from there. Does that sound agreeable?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
The young
Oh
kid
yeah, I
was
have a
paying. It's
question.
his car.
Could you add like some sort of mini like bow or turret on the vehicle so I can man it and shoot out other people's tires and destroy their car?
Yeah, as you're saying this, the merchant says, "Oh, it looks like we've already formed a crew. That's great. I think we probably should find some place to rest for the night. Since I am your sponsor and I do want to be in touch, I'll find some
Who said
appropriate
you were our
quarters.
sponsor?
Are
Who
we?
said you were our sponsor?
Let's put it this way. I invest a little bit into your vehicle and you're winning into the race, and then you win, then you will reward me handsomely with the bets that I place."
Maybe. It depends if we win, lose, how much money, how much do we want to split? Because we also still have to split with Run and throughout the team. We still have to supply Ren
I don't
with the
need any of
cloth.
your funds. I'm
You
here
have to
to.
supply it, then we'll give you more of the share in the end.
Well, I'm here to show you around.
We'll give you, let's say,
As you're about to say
5% or
something,
10% of the share.
wow, his eyes widen, and he's
5%. 5% of the share, and you can invest half of
okay.
that.
Well then, a deal is a deal. Uh, Alika looks to you guys. We're already signing contracts, are we? I want to do an assessment first. There's still a lot of work to be done. It's not going to be easy to just roll up and win the race, right?
All right. Well, give us a list of what needs to be done.
All right. She takes probably a good 10 to 20 minutes, and you see she's meticulously writing in this little scruffy notepad and moving very quickly around and tapping on a few things, wincing back as one of the side plates even falls off as the vehicle is not in great condition. Yeah, she comes back to you a little bit.
Shaken?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. But still, with that positive energy. In the meantime, while she's doing that, the merchant directs you to a small, humble inn that's in the commoner's quarters sector. He's arranged for some place for you to stay there, as well as a protective area for your vehicle to store it, so that way no one will damage it. And you can also. This is what he's doing for his part of the contract. He actually has a hangar, so that way Alaka Ren, as well as anyone
I'm gonna
else you
tell him
hire
something.
who decides to work on that vehicle, can do it in a protected area. So you have
I'm
your
gonna
own
tell him
hangar.
something.
Go ahead.
If you're a trader, if you do anything if you're a trader and you try to steal our vehicle or something, I will not hesitate to kill you.
I completely understand. I believe in appropriate business contracts, and I will uphold to my name. Please.
And if
He
you
takes out a
don't,
scroll.
and then
He
I'm
signs
gonna
his name. You have the name of Victor Stravos behind you. I will now go against this.
and
May
I'm
you
gonna tell him something else. If you're not a trader and you are good to us, I might help you become famous in
and
certain areas.
that I do enjoy. We shall be famous together.
As adventuring, I will spread your name.
Then good luck, my friend. I will see you in the near future. He goes off, and it's when Alika turns back to you, and she comes back to the group. Well, you have we have a lot of work ahead of us, and the do you know anything about the race by chance? Because there's a lot of work to be done, and I could use some help. Anyone good with a wrench?
Well, can you tell us what this race is about and what are the
I
criteria
do
for winning?
have a good sleight of hand, so I can help with some stuff.
Because then we can decide what to put on the what to prioritize and to pay for.
Yes, I'll explain as we go to the hangar. That's been a side set aside for us, I heard. So let's go, shall we?
Yeah.
Okay, on the way to the hangar, it's kind of in between the industrial scrapyard as well as the commoner's quarter. There's these big tent areas that are almost designated for pre-race vehicles. Um, Nothing that's really fancy. You don't see any signs of like exotic vehicles or well-made. It looks Everything looks smaller than yours for some reason, just by a little bit, at least in this area. As she explains, there's first off the amount of battle damage that has been done to this vehicle is pretty significant. The whole port side, which is the left side of the vehicle, is pretty much shot to pieces. And
Oh wow. Probably because of
as
us.
exactly as as you may recall, there's a whole bunch of weapon slashes and arrows and goblin blood that's all over it. It's that whole
Uh-oh.
side is all torn up.
That we
That's
killed
right.
and destroyed.
Yes. More so, she explains that the engine power is pretty weak, and in order to win a race, you should do it pretty fast. So to improve the engine capacity might be a good idea. Your fuel reserves are also very low. Um, there's a lot of work to be done. So if you want to increase the fuel tank capacity, you can do so as well. The one thing you have advantage of is the mass of this vehicle. So you have plenty of cargo space, and this is important as she describes the race even more details. The final thing is your weaponry is adequate, but it definitely can be more refined, and you can put in different uh, different types of weapons on there. So right now, your current weapons, you have that harpoon, a weapon that you can fire from within. It's almost like a tank barrel, if you will. So you can fire those harpoons out, and you also have the wrecking ball, which is
Don't we also have like
probably
the big chomper thingy in the front?
yes, that's exactly more like a battering ram, if you will. So yes, you do have that available. That's more for gliding in and chomping into people, and that's why it's called a demon grinder. But
Grinds demons.
yeah, all that is mediocre quality at best, and she knows that with the right amount of resources and time and support, we can work on that as well. So you have many different facets to improve your vehicle, and then she explains to you the race. Well, so as you may know, every 3 years the majestic crown circuit takes place in this wonderful city of Rorennheim. Sorry, that's the old name, Rorennheim. Um, what's interesting is the qualifier is a speed race. It's to see where your standings are for the main event, and that takes place behind these magnificent walls that you see. She points up to the side of the embankment where you see the stone walls probably transcend about 30 to 40 feet high, and there's these large towers with banners waving. It seems like nobody goes there from this side, and she explains even further. You see, most commoners, they're not allowed to enter the race for viewing. It's specifically sanctioned by the royal court in the majestic ivory super speedway. They call it Miss. And after the qualifier, so should you qualify, uh, hopefully it's going to be a tricky race. It requires somebody to be good at navigating, I mean driving, and you need a vehicle to make it to the finish line. Yeah. um, then the real race is the Majestic Crown Circuit, and I think this might be something you've heard of. this is the race where there's a band of your crew. You go to the Vile Lands. It's a pass that's past the super speedway, and this territory is how do I say, vicious, I guess, treacherous, maybe. Yeah, this not all vehicles that go in come back, and it's not because the other combatants are shooting at each other, which they are. Yes, you can use weapons against each other, and that's definitely part of the game. But the vile lands are vile, and they have monsters and beasts and vehement things with claws and teeth bigger
That should
than.
be fine.
Yeah, it's a scary place, and I've
Teeth
never
bigger
been there
than what?
myself, but I've heard.
That's fine. I'm just worried about the terrain. And also, can I use my airborne dragon shard to create a certain magical weapon?
Your what? Your air gun? I'm sorry?
Airborne dragon shard, a thing that I got from the dragon's lair, the special shard that I can use.
Yeah, yeah. Do you show it to her?
Apparently, it like you can just smash it and it becomes powder, and then you can use it to feel any type of magic. And then you can make a spell more powerful. You can use it to create magic items.
Okay.
Oh,
As you described that,
and like
Mr. Nerdly.
elemental airships and other items.
Yeah, as you described that, Mr. Nerdy has a stern face. He looks like he's thinking of something, and it's Alaka that looks around and looks back to you. Well, if you want to put that in the vehicle, I can. If you say that you can help me with uh, perhaps working out the magical properties, then yeah, we could definitely supercharge our engine. That would be a nice
Supercharge
bang.
the engine.
Yeah,
But we only can use a little bit of it, since I'm saving it for a certain item.
okay.
I would say get the vehicle up fixed so that it can win the qualifier race first. So meaning that we make sure that the drive system's working, the fuel system's working. And then once we become qualified, we will start installing weapon systems on there.
Yeah, like bomb launchers.
I like your enthusiasm.
Depends on how much time we have and how much money Shade is willing to spend, because it's his car after all. We're just here for the ride.
I'm here for the explosion.
And he's got all the money, right, Shade? My new friend. Our new friend. We're hungry again, by the way.
Okay, as speaking of it, as you're hungry, you make your way to the humble establishment, the inn that you're at. It's called the Rickety Rock.
The rickety rock.
And yes, there's some debris that's out front that, they try to make it look fancy with piling a bunch of rocks, but it just looks like a bunch of rocks, nothing fancy. And yeah, you can see there's already, once you go to your own room, there's already a spread of delectable meats and breads and even some nice fresh fruits that are laying before you in a fancy tray.
That guy really hooked us up.
Yes, he did. And the four of you are in that place. Well, this is not that bad. Do you mind if I take a bite? I'm kind of famished myself, and then I'll get straight on to work. Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. She helps herself to a chicken leg and a handful of grapes. Downs it really quickly, and with her mouth kind of full. So I'm gonna use that armor. I'm gonna use those five plates of armor that you have and patch up that port side, okay? And then in the north, there's actually some resources that I need you to acquire. There's a fishing village that's. She draws a map for you, and directs you towards a path that's past the city. You'll need to get past the guards. I guess they. Well, if you're entered for the race, and do you have that flyer by chance?
Yes.
Yeah, I do.
Okay. As Ruff pulls out that flyer, you can see that it's got this shimmering gold, and she says, "Oh, perfect. Yes, it's an authentic one. Now, don't get me wrong. If you had a fake one, a forged one, or a hand-drawn one, then you'd never get past the guards, and you couldn't go north, and we wouldn't be able to get the materials. But
Or
fortunately,
can I take the guards by force?
I don't think that's a good idea.
Or you put a
Fortunately,
sleeping spell on them.
Exactly.
but you have this parchment already, so you're going to get free pass, and because you're going to be treated like you're a contestant in the race, so it's already great. So don't worry about the guards. Save your energy for anything that comes up north. You see, there's a fishing village. I forgot the old man's name, Cutman or something. Something like that. Cut something. So you meet with him. Tell him I sent you, and I'm gonna need as much of the barbed thimblewood that you can get. Okay, barbed thimblewood. That's important. So let him know, and if he needs anything, then he probably will need your help. Actually, anyways, I'll let you handle it. Barbed thimblewood. Okay, I'm gonna go now.
What does he need help with?
Barbed Thindlewood.
No, what is he? He said he might need help.
She grabs another chicken leg and she. No, you go ask him. It'll be fine. Don't worry. You can handle it. And then she goes off.
It involves monsters.
Okay.
Can we also ask around the bar?
Yeah, you
or
can.
the tavern about the opposing team and where they're at?
Of course. All right. Quick time check, you guys. So we're at 3:30. Are we going to wrap this up? How much time do you want to do more?
Mom.
Sounds like
Should I stop?
You're into the story.
10 minutes. I have to
say-
stop.
I
10
say
minutes.
we do something to the opposing team's vehicle as we now.
Yeah, put it like
All right.
put a bomb inside the engine so it blows the entire team up.
Well, then you'd have to get to the opposing team.
Yeah.
Teams. There's many teams.
We're gonna
so
find out what their garage is.
By 10.
I don't think they're very good at fighting. They're mechanics. They're people who
who knows?
They're probably good at manning their like big crossbows, but not like regular weapons.
All right. As you go ahead and help yourself with some of the food, and then
And I still have some dynamite from earlier.
the door is propped open. You can see there's some people around gathering and at the bar, and there's even a large common area. There's quite a lot of people. You recall back in Nubinia, there's maybe like 3 tables. Here, there's a good 50 tables. This is a fine establishment. Yeah, and it's quite populated. Okay. What do you guys want to do?
I want to go out into the
Off the
forest and kill
bar.
them. I want to go into the forest and like find a horse I can do. Or I want to build something.
Okay, you're gonna go outside and do what? Build something?
Explore. I just want to go like explore, see what animals I can like find in the forest or something.
We should get stocked up on resources. Like use that dynamite you have and plug it up like the exhaust hole of the other team's car, so it blows up when they
Wait,
start.
can I go to Ren really quickly?
You'd have to go back to the. She already ran off to the hangar, so you'd have to go meet her there.
That's fine. I'm gonna go meet her.
okay,
I'm gonna go horseing.
Great, we'll do that in a
just-
moment. So then, Ruff, what are you doing?
Is it legal if you put acid on another team's tire axle? so that-
Remember, you're not a wizard anymore.
Yeah, so it breaks the I know, but I have I have an acid bottle. So is it legal
Same.
if I put an acid bottle on or dump the contents out onto the axle so it
Only if you get caught. Only if you don't get caught by the guards.
You might want to ask around about that because you
That's
can't
why
ask
we,
me.
We need to go to the bartender and ask
There you go.
where the ogre is from. Is it the ogre or orc?
orc.
Orc.
Okay.
You
And
guys do that. I'm gonna go tell.
Mr. Nyrdi has a
Ren.
plan. So as you
So let's
you
go
two
up
make
to
your
the
way.
barkeeper and slip him a coin.
That's a very, very interesting idea.
Great. Actually, what we're gonna do is we're gonna do Shade's part first. So that way, after we run your part, you can leave if you want. or you can stick around and listen to the rest of it, and then we'll do the Mr. Nyrdi and Ruff's part second. Okay.
It's really quick. So I go to Ren. I say,
You can see her. She's already like hammering on this metal. She's
we can
putting it
actually
in
use
place.
some dynamite. I
Clank,
have,
clank, clank, clank.
which is
She's
about
working pretty fast and
like
enthusiastically.
25 pieces of dynamite. We can put it in the demon grinder, put it in a safe compartment where when we light it up, it actually boosts our demon grinder to go faster.
She looks over to you. Oh, hello. You come to help?
We came to ask you some questions.
You're not there.
Yep, you're not there, unless you want to be.
Yes, I
It's
am.
really, it's an interesting
Yeah.
concept, but we can put dynamite in a special compartment where when we blow it up, it makes the demon grinder, uses the force and impact to make the demon grinder faster.
That's a nice idea. I like the way you think. I think I can work out something. Did I ever get your name, by the way? This is kind of weird.
Shade.
Shade. Okay. Pleasure. And I like the way you think. So can you help me out here? I think we can do this together.
Sure.
First, we'll have to take apart some of this. Now, be careful. If you scratch the dynamite incorrectly, it might explode in your face. So go ahead and make, let's see. Let's make a survival check. You're going to have advantage
Not a
because you're working
dexterity
with
check.
it'd be a dexterity saving throw. It blows up in your face. But
Oh boy.
for now, it's survival
Oh
check.
boy.
Advantage.
Yeah, he's a rogue. He should be fine.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
What'd you
It
get?
really does matter. I got a 15 again. So
Okay. You roll twice.
Huh?
You have advantage. You get to roll twice because
Oh,
you have her
interesting.
expertise
I got a
with you.
15 and 12.
Okay, so we'll take the higher one. So 15. Any additions? 15 is a
Plus
good number.
1.
15 is a solid number. So there's a few things that you do and your hand slips a little bit and you see a little spark and you almost like jump back reflexively and she pulls away quickly. Now, come on. We have to treat this with proper care, okay? So I know we can get excited and I'm excited too. As it takes probably a good 2 hours, you find yourselves dismantling the bombs and reassembling them into almost like a fluid tank. And you see this mixture looks like something that resembles a powerful gas tank. And there we have it. Now we should probably test it first, just so that way we know it doesn't blow up when we're doing the race. But I think
One dynamite.
How much
One
dynamite do you have? You only okay, yeah.
I have 25.
Okay, so I'm gonna say that you used
25 or
5.
30, I forgot.
You have 5. You use 5 to make this first test.
Sure.
You don't have to use all of it to burn the test, but this first tank is 5 dynamite worth. Okay, cool. And she enjoys your company as you're working away at the project.
Does it work?
You'll have to see next time.
Oh.
That's part of the suspense for you, right? All right. Thank you, Shade. We're going to move over to the other team where you're at the bar. So if you need to go, that's fine. We'll continue the story. Okay.
I have to go at 4:45.
Okay. Great. So Mr. Nyrdi and Ruff, you see amongst the crowds, there's go ahead and make a perception check.
What check?
Perception, both of you.
Ten.
4.
Wow. Okay, so you're really taking in the sights and not. I think Ruff is feeling a little rough from that long journey, moderately eating, but you're drawn to the big pitchers of beer that are being handed out at the bar, and that really draws your eyes. So you migrate the way that way. Mr. Nyrdi, as you see looking around, there's a lot of people around. You can't really make out conversations. The one thing you do see is it seems like there's a prominent figure that's sitting by a fireplace and loudly calling out certain things, and there's a whole crowd around this person. And yeah. And then, of course, you see the musicians playing over near the stage, and um, other patrons just taking in the scenes or the sight. Okay. What do you guys want to do?
Let's go over to that crowd.
No, I want to go over to the bartender.
Okay. So I'll say both of you go to the bartender. Is that okay, Ruff?
Oh yeah.
Cool. All right. Go to the barkeep, and you see a scruffy man with a goatee, sporting, and kind of a drawn eyes. Looks like he's a little bit tired, but looks up to you. What do you need?
Can we get 2 drinks, please, and some information?
Piping. Yeah, 2 drinks. You doing tap?
Yeah.
How much are they?
Silver apiece.
A silver a piece? We only have gold.
Well, then you get 10 of them.
Okay, well, I'll get 10.
Ah, sounds good to me.
No,
Yeah.
don't get him. Just be nice to him, so he'll give you information. So maybe just give him 1 gold piece for the both of you.
Oh, you're not
So-
there. Sorry, but that's a great
Aw.
idea. That's a great idea, but you're not there. All right. So as he's starting to, he lines up a whole bunch of tankards. They're about pint size each. He flips open the tap and he's pouring them down. 1, 2, 3. You want all 10?
Yeah, since while you're pouring, how about you answer some questions that we may have?
Okay.
Since we're buying so much from you.
Yeah. All right.
And
What
then
do
you
you?
can share the drinks. Damn it, I'm not.
Ran into a strange looking orc while we were over at the garage district. Would you have any idea? It sounds like he's a racer. Do you have any idea who this might be?
Strange looking orc, you say? He
Likes to
passes
race.
Green.
over-
Green. They're all green.
Yeah, green. Well, no, they're not. Some of
Belongs
them
to a racing clan.
are. Well, there's one name that comes to my mind. He pushes all the tankards towards you, 5 and 5. Yeah, I might be was Tordum. I think that's his name.
Yep.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah, he's if he hasn't won a race, he's come second every time. He's a hell of a fighter.
Do you know where
Even-
his camp is?
Okay,
Can't
looks
be
at
like that. Gotta ask, you know.
he
So
looks at you.
Where
He's a
else
fan.
does he like to hang out? How often does
I'm
he
a
come by?
fan.
Does he come by here at all?
He looks at you with a stern eye. Well, he does make his appearances here sometimes, just to rough around the crowd. He likes to push his weight around and, get his fists a little bit bloody. He wins most of the bar fights, but eventually they take it outside, thank goodness. So, yeah. What do you want with him? He's a tough lad. Are you gonna join his team or something?
No.
We'd just like to know where his garage is. So maybe we can just go and take a look around. And here's another goal to keep you quiet. That you never met us.
He looks at you. I thank you. He pockets that. All right. Well, I know he's in the winner's circle, so it's not going to be around this side of town. You're going to have to pass over to where the fancy folks are, and they have a whole bunch of other garages over there. So, good luck getting there. I can't help you with that. But if he does come by, you might want to talk to Ella Fox. You see that that lass is just bickering her mouth off. She's a good pilot, and she's freelance this year. So if you're looking for a pilot, someone to beat him, at least in the race, she's a good shot. But you better bring some good money. She doesn't talk cheap. Thanks for the coin, by the way.
All right. Thanks for the information. So we will go to the nicer quarters of the city.
Right. Let's directly back to the map. So right now you're in the tavern, the Rickety Rock, and as you kind of get your sense by talking to some of the townsfolk, you're around. Can you see the map? I think you can.
Yes.
Right. So you're right here where this little thing is. Actually, that would be your. Nope. Okay, we'll move that around. That's fine. This is where your tavern is, and then somewhere over here is where your hangar is, where Alika and Shade are doing the work. Moving north, based on some of the descriptions that Alika has talked through and some of the people you've talked with at the bar, once again, this is this Miss Speedway race circuit. And then further north by the shipyard, you have to pass this sector.
That's really far.
Yeah, and you have to go north past this gate, and this is where you need the pass in order to get through. According to what the bar keeps saying, past this part is where the royal court and the fancy people reside, and that's where they keep their vehicles. So it might be a challenge for you to get over there. For now, and tonight, you're staying in your inn.
That's fine.
Okay, great. Then, do you want to do something else?
No.
I think we need to come with a couple of plans so that after we leave town, somehow we circle around and do some kind of sabotage to them while we're out of town. So that creates a good alibi, right?
Yep.
Kill some, murder some people.
And then when we come
Some
back
teams
and whatever
like
happens, we'll be
drivers and
like,
stuff.
hey.
All right.
Bribe people to like sabotage the vehicles.
As you are scheming and you're talking amongst each other with all these beers around, there is make a dexterity saving throw, both of you guys.
Where's the save? Oh, Dex is my dexterity saving throw is +7.
No, not you. You're not there.
Oh,
So Ruff
No.
and Ruff and
then
Mr.
+1
Nerd.
on saves.
Dexterity saving throw, please.
They got 7.
I got 18.
Nice,
Good.
18.
Oh, thank God. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. Well, I gotta go.
Yep, we're done here.
Bye.
I'm giving you a cliffhanger, but yeah. Okay, see ya. You can watch the ending. Go ahead. What did you get, Mr. Nerdy?
I got 7.
Fantastic. All right. As you are talking amongst each other and actually scheming, thinking about what's your plan, not only moving north to get the materials, but also planting this sabotage idea in mind, at the corner of your eye, Ruff, you see something flying in your direction with a velocity that represents an arrow, until you realize it's a tankard that's like frothing, and you quickly duck and dodge out of the way, only for it to get slammed in Mr. Nerdy's face. And the wood
If it has beer in it, it's
splinters.
good enough for me.
Mr. Nerdy, you take 5 points of damage from that tanker splintering into your face. And Ruff, as you look up with a scowl on your face.
Wait, 5 points?
Yep.
Okay.
You see there stands the bulky green orc amongst his crew, ready to pick a bar fight and pointing at you.
Oh, let's go. I'm gonna chop his head off. I'll also splash some acid on him.
And that's where we'll end our session.
Perfect opportunity. Let's maim him.
Mhm.
Let's maim him. Give him
Okay.
a disease. Give him a disease that's going to act up in a week when we come back.
Nice.
Give him
Opportunity
COVID.
presents itself. Even better.
We
All
gotta,
right.
we gotta play this thing smart this time. None of this hacking and slashing.
Funny. I like it. You guys have learned.
We're
You're
gonna
getting
take a different path this time.
awesome. All right. So that concludes our session for the first session in
You may want to check
Rorennheim.
your recording, see if it actually took.
I will. And yeah, so sounds like you guys are enthusiastic about this new story. You have lots of different paths you can take and a goal in mind, and we'll see how you go from there. I will stop the recording. So thanks, everybody.
All right.
Until we meet
Thank
again
you.
for
Thank
Dungeons
you.
and Dragons.
Thank you, Dungeon Master.
You're welcome. Stop.